First of all, welcome. Second of all, don't judge me on my chicken, okay? I've been working on a pattern to do this chicken for almost a month now. If my kid was here, she could surely tell you, but I couldn't do it the way they were traditionally supposed to be done. Nobody spoke in English. I couldn't understand anything, so I came up with my own chicken. I know what a chicken outline looks like, so I was drawing chickens after chickens, and that's fusible mid-weight interfacing, okay? Now, this is your chicken pattern that I'm going to have trying to put it in a PDF for you. Might not be tonight, but it'll be sometime at the beginning of this week. And then I have extra fabric that I'm going to make a head and thing for. Now, if you see, I put it on opposite sides, and that's because, I fused my fusible, whatever I said that was, midway interfacing. And that's because when you put these together like this, right sides together, that makes my interfacing be on the same side, see? So you have to watch when you're ironing it, or you'll have interfacing on the wrong side and you'll have your fabric all weird. But anyways, I'm going to put my pattern on here, and then I'm going to pin it down. Make sure when you do this, you have it on your interfacing, because it's important you have interfacing, or I wouldn't put it on there, right? Yeah. So I'm going to pin this down. Yes, I'm a sarcastic smart aleck. I'm sorry. And then I'm going to cut around this, and I'm cutting these two pieces out first, okay? I want to make my front part before I make the lining. So, or the outside part before I make the lining. I know what I'm saying. It's in my brain. So I'm going to cut that out, but before I do that, these have fusible interfacing as well. And I'm going to cut out a head, because I'm going to put this head on my chicken. And I'm going to tell you right now, this didn't line up just so. If I get it perfected, I'll do another one. But it will work if you monkey with it a little bit. But I'm going to cut all this out like that right there. Now, this looks atrocious, and I forgot which side my head went on. I had to put it together because I was like, nope, head don't go that way. It goes this way. It goes up. You'll see when you put it on. So I'm going to flip it upside down, and I'm going to match them up. Now, when you do this, put your head in the middle. Don't match up your sides. Put your head and your tail in the middle. Some will stick out on each side. I think it's best to do it that way, I think. I'm not sure, but I had to trim some off. And then you'll see as we go along, but yeah. So I'm going to pin on my heads and my tails, and make sure you got your tail up to where, when you fold it over, your tail's going to be going the right way. And I pointed right there to match them up. Don't match them up. Do them uneven, okay? Do them uneven. I'm telling you, I'm not a pattern maker all the time, and, this was hard. I'm not kidding. Trying to do this was hard. And like I said, I couldn't do it like you're supposed to, because I never do nothing like I'm supposed to. I was in there singing, I did it my way. Because that's what I did. I did it my way. So I put my face on my pattern so I'd know which one. I'll try to put it on yours so you know which way it goes. But right there, you can see it's not even. It's wonky. It's weird wonky. So I trim them up, and then I'm going to put them together. And then that's way off. His butt was way off right there. I don't know. I got it together. I made a chicken, and that was all that mattered to me. I made my chicken. I'm sure the more I do these, the better I could get. And my fabric choices was quite ugly, but I was just trying to do a test run, and I was just like, I've been all day doing this pattern, and I ain't got all day to be showing them a video. It's already like 7:43 at night, and I'm trying to edit this thing because I couldn't do it just talking, because our neighbor's like plowing his field and stuff like that, and you couldn't hear me from that stinking tractor, and then my heat kicking on because it's cold out there. So I'm going to start doing voiceovers because I'm right by my air and my heat. So, anywho, here we are doing this funky chicken. and it's really cute when I got done, and I got my apples in it, and it made it look a little wonky, but I didn't have no eggs. I ain't putting eggs in there. I don't have fresh eggs. But if you have fresh eggs, you can put them in there. I don't have no chickens. I'm scared of them. Like the real deal chicken I'm scared of. But anyway, so I've got these patterns right here, and this is going to be my inside. So now, once I cut these 2 pieces pretty much right, I am going to pin this to my fabric, and I'm just going to use this chicken as a pattern so that they match, okay? You want these to match because when you start putting them together, sewing them together, it's very important that they match. I may do one of these a different way that may be easier, and I don't know. If I do, I'll try to do it Saturday. I don't know. I'll probably be in there playing with chicken all week. I don't know. I was going to leave that open. I told you to sew all the way around it. Don't sew the whole thing. Don't sew the whole thing. Sew around the edges. Leave the whole bottom open. Lord have mercy. I don't know what I'm saying. Leave the bottom open. You see what I did. Then clip your corners real good without clipping your stitches, because that'll help your oh my God. That's chicken and flat at the same time. That'll help your chicken lay flat. And make sure you iron your seams outwards and flatten those out, because that makes it sew a whole lot easier. Y'all, it's late. I'm telling you, I need to go to bed. My allergies have been killing me, and I don't know. I'll quit complaining. I'll try. I'm not a negative Nancy, I promise. Now you want to take your pokey tool and poke all your little parts out and smooth that head out, because like I said, it's very important that these match. So you want to poke out all corners and everything to match. Then when I get this, yeah, I'm pulling a little bit because, even if you clip your stitches, it's still it's puckery. So that looks quite funny, don't it? I need to make one with a bigger chicken head, I think. I didn't like my little scrawny chicken head. Anywho, I have a mini ironing board, and I'm going to cut the fuzz off this. And I'm going to make me some chicken wings. So I'm going to put this on, and I'm using a Teflon sheet, because anytime you use this iron on, now this is Wonder Under, but it's like Heat and Bond Light. So I do use Heat and Bond Light too. These are just scrap pieces that I had because I don't never throw none away. So I'm going to cut the excess off of here, and then I'm going to rip the back off carefully, and it peels off, and then it leaves the sticky on there, okay? So the sticky is what you want. And then I'm just going to pull these 2 apart. So these are going to be the wings, like I said. Make sure when you put your wing down that you get it on the fusible stuff, okay? Because this is a fusible, and I'm going to fuse it to my chicken. So this is where I have a tiny piece of Heat and Bond Light. And I'm looking for my beak. I lost my beak. I had to go get and make another beak. I'm like, good Lord, I'm a mess today. Nothing was working. So I'm going to iron this down and let that cool. And then, y'all, see that chicken comb? That chicken comb didn't work. You'll see it in a minute. It's hilarious. But the chicken comb that I do put in the pattern, you're going to trace that out. You probably need a bigger piece than that with that chicken comb. But anyway, put that down, and I'm going to iron it to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the backings off of this. Okay? It's hot. It was hot. And these scissors were wonky, like they only cut paper. I don't know why I was trying to cut fabric with them scissors like that. Anyway, so now that I have it, what I'm going to do with this red and this yellow, I'm not making no chicken comb and stuffing that thing. I could never get that in there. I'm just telling you. So this is the easiest way, and it won't fray. So you take that and you fuse those 2 together. Okay, and then once they're fused together, you can cut that fabric, and it's not going to fray because it's fused together. It's glued. So I'm going to do the same thing to this yellow polka dot. That's so cute. It is so cute. Now, the polka dot fabric was cute. It was just, I don't know that striped farmhouse went with that farmhouse fabric. Look at that. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Y'all tell me what you think. Be honest. I can take constructive criticism most of the time. Most of the time I won't get ticked. But anyway, I'm going to pin these down. And I'm going to make sure that one goes one way and one goes the other. There you go. I put my fabrics together. That way, when you cut them, you'll have one going one way and one going the other. You don't want one wing going, or both wings going the same way, because then you won't be able to glue them down. You'll have a backwards chicken wing, or an upside down one. You'd have to stick it upside down and point it backwards, and you don't want to do that because there's like little ribby things in there. But anyway, I'm going to cut around this. I get out of frame because my tripod's not right. My doodad ain't long enough. My pole ain't long enough to hold my camera or move it where I need it. So I'm going to have to rig something else up. But anywho, y'all, I'm just blabbing. It's a blabber day. So look at that. Don't put it down like that, because you're going to box that bottom up. Put it up like that. Put it up there. Yeah, and that's a big chicken wing. You might want to cut this down when you get yours. Make sure you use heat and bond. If you don't stitch around it, don't use heat and bond light. Use regular heat and bond. Or you can glue it down with fabric tack or something like that. But anyway, I just like fusing stuff down. It's easier. Now I should have went around it and sewed around it. That would have been cute, but anywho, I didn't. So I'm going to do the same thing to all these right here. I'm just going to pin them down and cut around them and cut them out. I was going to use fabric paint just to put a dot there, but I thought these buttons would be so cute for the eyes. So I'm just going to pick a spot on there where I think the eyeball would be. I ain't got it marked or nothing. I'm just putting it on there. And then, I had a devil of a time trying to get that other eye on there. I thought, well, I'll just put it on like I did this one. And then I thought, well, you got to put it in the same spot because you don't want a wonky eyeball. So you'll see me fooling with it for a minute. Because I literally fooled with it for a minute. And I was looking at it. Is that right? No, is that right? Let me look at it. And I thought, no, because the stripes weren't right. So I thought, no. And then I was trying to put it on and I couldn't get the needle through the button. It kept poking the button. I was like, oh, shoot, a monkey. So I just put my head on top of my other head. And I'm going to draw a circle with my disappearing marker right there. And that's going to put that button right where I need it. I could have did it on the front, but then my heads wouldn't have matched. So, yeah. So I just do it this way. So I'm just going in and out and in and out and putting these buttons on. You know how to sew on a button, don't you? Well, that's good. I thought you did too because I cut you off right there. Anyway, now you're going to take these two and you're going to match them up. Now, it won't match up perfect. I'm just going to tell you right now, it won't match up perfect. I'm going to clip it. I ain't going to sew it. I ain't going to pin it because it's thick. So I'm just going to clip my backside right down here like this right here. I'm just going to clip my backside. Okay? And I'm not going to sew that bottom. Well, yes, I am. I am going to sew that bottom. Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. Now I'm going to pull this head around. I'm telling you, you got to pull it around and make it do what you want it to do. You got to make it do what you want it to do. Or I did. Maybe yours. Look, I put that on and it looks cute and all, don't it? Well, honey, it won't go. I can't do that because I'm going to flip it inside out and then my chicken comb will be on the inside and I go ahead and pin it like I think I know what I'm doing. I'm going on with it. And then I realized when I put the beak on, you ain't doing that right. You gotta, oh no, oh goodness. I had to make a whole new stupid comb like that. That didn't work. That won't work because my comb's sticking out. Y'all, I'm telling you, this was so hard for me. I don't know why, but it was so hard for me. So you'll see me trimming up. Well, the one I ended up putting on there, look, I'm trimming this thing up. I'll put this on there for you. It looks like a mushroom when I get done. It looks just like a mushroom. But anywho, I'm going to take this. I'm going to fold it in. Okay? And it's crunchy, or crispy, or stiff. So it'll fold in on its side. And then I'm going to put it up there, and I'm going to put a clip on it. No, I'm not. I'm going to put a pin in it. I lied. I didn't mean to lie. I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't really a lie. I didn't know. And then your beak, I put it out and I thought, I was just, it's got to go in, y'all. That beak has to go in. And then you put your little goozle thing down there. Yep, turn that beak around, baby. Turn that beak around. Y'all, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Okay, I'm going to pin that. I don't know why I felt like I need to pin it, but anyway. Now I put my goozle down in there and then I didn't put a pin in a goozle. I don't know why I did everything else, but anywho, I clipped it, and I'm going to clip this edge and all of it. I'm going to go all the way around. Oh, I'm not. I'm going to stop there. You'll see. I'll show you. So I went all the way around that, and I stopped. I even did that and zigzagged my bottom so it wouldn't be all yucky inside my basket. I'm just going to trim my little strings off, but yeah. So you have to stop part way because you do have to open your hole up. You know what I'm saying? Look, see? And I did take my stitches out of my tail right here. I was like, this ain't opening right. So I took my stitches out of my tail. But when I flip it inside out, I end up tacking my tail back because it looked like a humpback whale. So y'all may not even want to do this project. If you ain't watching this, nothing else, it's for the ridiculous commentary I'm doing because I don't know about doing voiceovers when I'm sewing. I'd rather do it live because I need to tell you what I'm doing, and this is crazy. So I sewed it, okay, right on the edge. I put my needle all the way to the right, and I run my fabric right on that presser foot. I don't have much room here. So I'm going to spread this open and I'm going to iron that right there. It's little bitty, but I have to iron it flat. So that's what I'm doing. I just left you because I am ironing it flat. Normally I cut stuff like this out when I'll just pause it, but I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I ironed it flat. Make sure your line there lines up with your line on the bottom. So if your line is lined up with your seam, you're doing good. And we're going to go 2.5 inches in. Okay? And this didn't work either. This is 2.5 inches. Okay? According to my little ruler here. I don't know how to measure, I guess. I looked at that and thought, don't do it. So I put my tip, I'm going to say my pimple. I put my tip there. Look at this. Them lines do not match. I don't know what the world happened. Oh my goodness. I'm struggling with this chicken. Instead of the struggle bus, I got the struggle chicken. I did the same thing. Then I sewed it, okay? I sewed across when I measured my 2 inches. Now, you have to flip this bird inside out. This is a mess. You can cut your corners off if you want to. I'm just going to tuck them down my basket. If I make them to sell, I would serge it, okay? That's what I would do. I would serge it. But this head wasn't coming out, this chicken. Y'all, I'm struggling, and I ain't going to make y'all watch me. But I'm taking my pokey tool, and I'm poking, pulling. I got it. Look, I got it. So I'm going to take a little stuffing, and I'm going to stuff my head and I want a fat head on my chicken. So I put a little bit of stuffing in there. It don't take a whole lot. Just use what you got. That's a song, but you might not know it. But anyway, I just stuff. I'm not putting a lot in there. I'm not making it hang out or nothing. So then I realized my tail it looked like a whale. So I tacked it. I just took thread and put a couple tacks of thread in there to hold that together. Well, you know what? I didn't like it. I'll show you here. I'll show you, I know. Somewhere around in here. But I'm just tacking. Yep, I'm tying it off right there. I thought that would do it. It didn't. But anyway, instead of a chicken basket, I made a chicken box kit. I made a box kit because that's all I knew to do to get it to work. Now I realize my chicken tail looks like a whale. So I'm stitching my tail closed, okay? That's what I'm doing here. I'm stitching my tail closed. All right, now, see what I done? I stitched it all the way up his tail. Now he has a pocket in his rear. An apple fit in a pocket in the rear. But anyway, I filled mine with apples. Like I said, I wasn't going to put eggs in there. And I think it's cute, though. It's just my fabric choices stink. I shouldn't have done that way. I'll make a better one. Y'all see. I'll perfect this baby. Now that I know I got a pattern that works, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. But anyway, there's my apples. I clapped my hands. I was so happy. There it is. Boops. Sorry. There's my chicken. It's stuffed with apples. Maybe if it didn't have apples, it wouldn't look so bunchy and bulky. But anyway, I want to thank you for sticking with me if you're still here. I commend you. I really do. I love it. You are the best subscribers in the world. And if you are not subscribed, please do so. It helps my channel out. Until next time, remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.